Trump is facing massive fallout and condemnation for last night's State of the Union address, and today it's being described with words like unrelenting bigotry and un-American. And coming up next, I have the lies that were exposed and the damage that was done among voters. I'm Dan, and thank you for watching another Occupy Democrats video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button to get all of our daily Trump damage reports. Let's begin this one with Morning Joe tearing into Trump for being the racist and divisive man he is on the biggest stage.
Things that I thought were extraordinary that you wouldn't see in other State of the Unions unless they were Donald Trump's. The first, of course, was just the unrelenting bigotry, the lies, the attacking of one group specifically, the Somalis, Somali Americans. That's the sort of thing that, I'm not going to talk about fascism or Nazism. You just read history and see what type of regimes will pick one or two groups. And this continued lie, and it is a continued lie by this Republican Party, and they know they're lying when they continue to suggest that immigrants commit crimes at a higher rate than those who were native-born Americans. And every study, one study after another study after another study shows this is a tired lie. And yet you have an entire party that seems in large part to be based upon this lie. Also, the idea that you're going to have J.D. Vance, who's going to investigate waste and fraud and abuse and corruption when his family, Donald Trump's family, has made at least $1.9 to $2 trillion personally since he came into office. And this whole idea about no stock trading, add up all the money. And by the way, I've always been against members of Congress trading stock. That's absolutely insane. But even add up right now all the money that they've made. It doesn't come close to the amount of money that Donald Trump has made himself personally, put in his own pocket over the past year. So you see that and you go, well, that's kind of interesting. And Willie, I've got to say also, the election conspiracies, he continues it. He keeps saying that every day, and every day Democrats are winning by 30, 40, 50, 60 percentage points in races across America. We saw it again last night while this was going on. So, yeah, there was a broadcaster that said the speech was extraordinary. Yes, it was extraordinary. It was extraordinary for many reasons. Most of them he did shit that no sane president would ever do. It was really, really crazy to be watching that in a State of the Union address.
Next up is CNN's lie tracker Daniel Dale with a breakdown of those lies. Only in a world ruled by Donald Trump is there a job with the title lie tracker.
The president claimed that tariffs are paid for by foreign countries. They simply are not. The tariff payments to the U.S. government are made by U.S. importers. They often pass on some or all of their costs to the final consumer. He claimed again that he secured $18 trillion in investments so far this term. That number is total fiction. The White House's own website uses, at this very moment, a figure of 9.7 million, and I found that even that 9.7 trillion figure is a wild exaggeration. And then this whole economic narrative that he inherited record inflation, he didn't. He inherited 3.0% inflation, just a bit above where it is now, 2.4%. And this claim he inherited a stagnant economy is now roaring like never before. Look, economic growth in 2025, mostly under Trump, was 2.2%, but it was 2.8% under President Biden in 2025. It was also higher than 2.2% in every other year of the Biden administration before 2024. So he said most states have gas prices below $2.30. Not a single state yesterday had a gas price average, according to AAA, below $2.37.
We all saw this horrific murder. She was in Charlotte, North Carolina last year.
He is American by all accounts. That he did not come in through open borders. This man's Facebook page says he was born in Charlotte. The paper has interviewed his American mother. So again, absolutely awful case, but attributing it to immigration, to the Biden administration's border policies, just completely baseless.
The pathological liar just can't help himself, and it seems some of those folks under those red caps are finally coming around and saying enough is enough.
View of Trump's speech to Congress, very positive. Among speech viewers who are more Republican than the electorate overall, this was actually the least well-received speech. We're talking about 38% of speech viewers who viewed the speech very positive, and that is lower than in 2025 when it was 44%, lower than in 2019 when it was 59%, lower than in 2018 when it was 48%, and lower than it was in 2017 when it was 57%. The bottom line is this. State of the Union addresses, simply put, do not move, traditionally speaking, the American electorate. And this Trump speech, especially so, is not likely to move things because, simply put, it was the least well-received one among speech viewers of any of the speeches that Donald John Trump has given to a joint session of Congress.